Remove the parts and boxes from the main carton and lay them out. Included are the frame pieces, screen material, support bar and tension rods, hardware kit and joint bars, and the instruction manual. Find the boxes labeled frame pieces and set aside all the other parts and boxes. When opening the box, you will find the 6 frame pieces. Begin by removing the tape. Open and remove the frame pieces from the plastic wrapping. Lay out the frame pieces in a rectangle format with the black velvet facing down. Locate the joint bars. From the hardware kit, remove the bag with 8 flathead or round head screws. Begin by sliding the joint bars into one frame piece on the top and bottom frame rails. Use the screws and begin threading them into the joint bars by hand. Join the other frame pieces to make the top and bottom frame rails. Align the screw holes as shown. Add the remaining screws to the top and bottom frame rails by hand. Press the frame pieces together to make sure the joint is nice and tight, and tighten the screws. After the top and bottom rails are formed, there will be 4 frame pieces ready to assemble. From the hardware kit, locate the long springs. The short springs will only be needed if extra tension on the screen material is required. Notice on each frame piece it tells you the required amount of springs. Slide the springs into the lower track with the hook facing down towards the frame. Please notice the spring alignment. The hook should be facing down towards the frame. Facing up is wrong. As seen here, the frame piece asks for 9 springs and 9 springs were inserted. Insert the amount each sticker asks for. From the hardware kit, locate the 4 corner brackets. Also in the hardware kit, find the bag that contains 16 round head screws. Insert the corner bracket into the ends of each of the side frame pieces. Use 2 round head screws and loosely attach the corner bracket to the frame on each end of the side frame pieces. Connect the 4 frame pieces by sliding the frame pieces onto the corner brackets. Start threading the final 2 screws by hand in each corner. Adjust the corners to make sure each corner is nice and tight. Make sure the corners are nice and square before completely tightening the 4 screws in each corner. Once the frame is assembled, find the screen box and open it. Remove the protective ends and plastic from the screen material. Locate the back of the material by the pockets as shown here. There may be a sticker on the pocket labeled back. Unroll the material on top of the frame with the back side facing up. Locate the tension rods. Notice the short rods don't have a rubber end on one side of the rod. This is because they will be overlapping inside the long pockets of the screen material. Slide the 2 long rods inside the side pockets of the screen material. Then slide the 4 short rods into each end of the long top and bottom pockets, making sure to insert the end without the rubber end as shown. Where the material is notched, align a spring to the notch as shown. Starting at one corner, attach the springs to the tension rods to the 2 corner notches. Find the pull hook from the hardware kit. Use the pull hook to pull the spring onto the tension rod. The pull hook can also be used to pull the tension rod to the spring, or simply pull the material and spring and connect the 2 by hand. Attach the springs in the opposite corner. Then attach the springs to the remaining 2 corners. Continue attaching the springs on the 2 short sides first. Before continuing, locate the support bars. Before stretching the top and bottom of the screen material, we recommend installing the support bars as shown. Insert the support bars vertically into the frame. Finish by attaching the springs to the tension rods on the top and bottom of the frame. When installing acoustically transparent screen material, lay the material down on the frame and slide in the tension rods. Then lay the black backing over the material. We recommend using the black backing to stop any reflective interference to the projected image with acoustic material. The screen may be installed without the black backing as long as all light passing through the screen material is absorbed. Starting at one corner, lift the black backing to locate the notch in the screen material. Then lay the black backing back down and attach the springs over the black backing to the tension rods. This will hold the black backing into place. At any point in the process, the black backing may be lifted to find a notch in the material. Each notch will require a spring. Make sure to leave enough room between the support bars to allow a center channel speaker if used behind the screen. From the hardware kit, locate the top mounting brackets. Also included in the hardware kit are the bottom mounting brackets. Always use the proper fasteners for your wall type. Included are screws and plastic wall anchors that will help with some installations. When mounting to studs, the plastic anchors are not needed. If these are not the proper fasteners for the installation, please use the correct fasteners or consult with a local professional. Measure the width and height of the frame. Mark on the wall with a line where the top of the frame will be and the bottom of the frame will be. Next, lay out the brackets placement on the wall. The distance recommended between the brackets will be around 2/3 of the overall width of the frame. For mounting the top brackets, measure down 1 3/4 from the top line on the wall, indicating where the top of the frame will be. This is where the top screw will be placed as shown. Make sure the bracket is level and screw in the bottom screw. To mount the bottom brackets, measure up 1/4 inch from the bottom line on the wall, indicating where the bottom of the frame will be. Align the bottom of the bracket to the new line drawn, not including the claws. Make sure the bracket is level and screw into place. Using 2 people, lift the frame onto the top mounting brackets. Notice how the frame attaches to the top mounting bracket. Make sure the claws are loose on the bottom mounting brackets to clear the locking channel on the bottom frame piece. Then tighten the screws to lock the claws to the frame. Notice that only the claws are moving. The claws are not forcing the frame. When the screws are tightened, the bottom mounting bracket will be concealed behind the frame. The frame is now secured to the wall and ready to enjoy. For more information, visit us at www.silverticketproducts.com.